May the 1st, 2013. That's the day it rained and I did not go fishing. And that gave me time to look and think about some things. I am thinking right now about two covenants. One that would not do something, and another that would. And the second covenant is better than the first, and it's not like the first. And the first one has been done away with. It's finished. That means over. When Noah got in the boat that he had built, the door was shut and it was over for those outside that breathed air. They were doomed. There is, I have read, that there will be a fire that tests every man's works. And if his works are not burned up, he receives a reward. I have seen where crowns are given. I have read about the crown of life. I have read where you run a race to win. I also read you are to endure to the end. Today, I was made aware, or I became aware, that there was a man in, I believe it was Australia, claiming to be Jesus and married or living with Mary, and that there were other people around him. That's not the first I have heard, where people claim to be Jesus, or that Jesus was, doing this, that, and the other. But I also today have realized that I see and have seen people saying that they are Jesus, and that they seem to come up with and think that I am Jesus. And the truth of the matter is, you nor I are Jesus. Because Jesus was from Nazareth. They killed him outside Jerusalem, and they laid him in a tomb, but God raised him from death. Now this Jesus was touched, he was seen, and he was with some people for some days. Since then, the last day he was seen, he was carried up or was caught up into heaven. Now, people have said that they have seen Jesus. And I am not going to tell them they have not, if that's what they want to say. But I have not seen Jesus. And they talk about Jesus and his second coming. And from what it looks to me like, every time somebody says, I'm dead and Jesus is alive, I think something is wrong. I really do think something is wrong. Jesus said that I should have life and have it abundantly. An abundance of life. Now, if I'm going to have an abundance of life, it results in an abundance of righteousness. Because that is where life is. If you are or I am living in God and by God, we are living righteously. Because sin, if you are sinning, you are abiding in death. And this life does not abide in death. If I was dead, I have now been made alive. And if I have now been made alive, I didn't have anything to do with it. People today are being led astray with all kinds of doctrines. All kinds of doctrines. And they are doctrines of demons. People refuse to do right and continue to do wrong. That means that they have not been corrected, or they would not subject themselves to correction. Do not believe that you have to do nothing to be saved. It's all fixed for you. If it was all fixed for you, then you really would not have to do anything, but just let Jesus do it for you. Jesus cannot do for you what your Father in heaven asks you to do. Will you do it or not? That is up to you. But the day is upon us. It's not looking good for evildoers, no matter how good they look.